All right. For the past 5 to 6 years, I've been manifesting the same person to come back to my life, creating the same dynamic on and off, push and pull constantly to the point where I had no problem manifesting that relationship. But what would happen is I would act on the same belief system, on the same program that I had around love, which is giving, 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 wanting to receive from the outside instead of giving love to myself until what the universe did. And right now, I'm grateful for what the universe did for me is created a third party in that relationship. The way I found out about it was traumatic, dramatic, and really painful. Caused me a lot of suffering. But again, with having the awareness of my creation, and once I actually realized that I created this dynamic, I created this person to treat me and behave this way, and I took responsibility for my creation. And we'll talk about this in a little bit, and everyone here will become aware of that as well, of their creation. This is what conscious creation is about. It's about creating or manifesting from a place of fully understanding and fully being aware of what your mind has been programmed, how you think, how you feel, and how you come out to the world. And my creation has always been, like I said, giving, giving, giving. My perception of love has been if I only deserve love if I'm loved, or if I get that validation or that love from the person from the outside. I struggled a lot to give that love and accept that love comes from within me, and the love that I gave to this person or to the person before him, because all I was doing was copy paste. The love that I was giving to that person was my love. It belonged to me. I was just giving it in expecting a return. And what kind of love is that when you're giving only to get something in return? And that becomes conditional love. What that means is that you're going against the concept or the law of love. Love is unconditional. Love is freedom. Love is not meant to cause you suffering or pain. Love is the energy of creation. So when we associate love with expectation, chasing, we associate it with the outside and wanting to be with someone, and I only have love if I receive it the way I want it, then how is that being in alignment with the energy of love? Those who have experienced Rita, she talks a lot about being in the present moment. When you're in the present moment, all your thoughts are right now. Right now, in the present moment, you're listening to me. If your thoughts are about what you need to do in a little bit after you finish the webinar, what you've done earlier, if your thoughts about are who's this girl and what she's talking about, then you're not in the present moment. Then you're judging yourself, you're jumping to the future, you're going to the past, or you're judging whatever messages you're receiving right now. Being in the present moment is listening without any thoughts, any judgment, any opinion, any reflection. We are going to go a little bit in reflection as well, so you understand your creation as well. We're going to get very honest, and it might be messy as well. If you need to cry, cry. If I need to cry, I will cry. So we're all going to get messy together today, because sometimes you'll have to go today if you want to. This is about going with your flow as well, to a certain depth that's going to have to get you to question yourself. And it'll probably be like a boom moment, like it's been for me for the past couple of months. We love it. Love is within us. We create from the energy of love. God created us, the universe, the divine, whatever you believe in, the higher power. We're created from the energy of love. We're loved from the higher power unconditionally, no matter what we do, and no matter what we behave, and no matter who we are. There's no judgment, and we're loved like that. But we're so mean and horrible to ourselves that we end up judging ourselves, and we end up putting conditions to even loving ourselves. Today, tapping into the energy of love, like I said, the highest frequency, we are going to feel beautiful and magnetic because we're going to give ourselves everything we've given to the outside. And we're going to have the awareness and take the responsibility for our creation. And at the end, we're going to align our energies and then shift into this higher frequency of love so it becomes embedded and activated within us fully, especially on this powerful day of 11/11 where a portal is open. And once and for all, we're going to say goodbye to the version that has been either tough or not loved enough or felt not loved enough or felt that was something missing inside of her or him or them. Okay. Can I ask everyone before we start if you could grab some water? Because even if you don't get fully emotional, you are going to go into parts of yourself and let them go. And we want that exit, that energetic exit. We want that water to allow that flow to happen within you. Then a piece of paper and a pen as well. And I want you all to be sitting or sleeping or resting in the most comfortable place for you. You don't have to be anything. You don't have to do anything. You just have to be today. By the way, what I love about water, and actually Rita reminds me of this about a lot, creation and manifestation can be as easy as drinking water, grabbing the water. I want to drink water. I've got it. I grab it. Boom. But when, mm, but we make it so complicated and we create so much resistance around creating something that is abundantly ours and is within us, and is our birthright. Love is our birthright. Abundance, wealth is our birthright. Everything is our birthright and is given to us, but we just have to be aware of our creation because we're co-creating with the universe constantly, and the universe only understands the energy and the state of being that we're giving it. I just want to point out as well, and I was made aware as well by this today, everyone's feeling the heaviness for the past few days. It's been heavy and the energies are heavy. So it's our responsibility to not tap into the lower vibrations. It almost feels like there's a pull. Everyone's been pulled in some way or another, but it's so important to remain present and not tap into the energies of or attached to the energies of the sadness or the anger. Or by all means, if you feel frustration, anger, embrace it as well and be true to yourself about it. This is how I feel, but don't allow it to carry on or drag on, because if that becomes your state of being, then you're going to struggle to shift afterwards. There's going to be a little bit of toughness as well on today. Yes, we're going to go with the flow. Yes, be yourself and be authentic and be kind to yourself. But also, it's time today to push yourself, especially that the portal's open. My intention for today is for all of us to once and for all, enough is enough. That's how I feel right now. I want to, yes, I want to give, but I want to also receive. And I want to be aware of how much, or I am aware right now, of how much this desire and this desperation to be with someone and to receive love from the outside has destroyed me, literally destroyed me, destroyed my mind, my destroyed who I am, destroyed my also my ability to grow and feel love, because what what it did for me, I started feeling the same way we feel love intensely, we can feel hate intensely as well. And that's what happened to me from this last experience. I started hating life. I started hating that person. All I wanted is pain and suffering. Why? Who am I? Who am I to wish someone such horrible things when in reality I allowed for this creation and I allowed it to drag and drag and drag. And I turned a blind eye because I was so desperate to receive love from the outside instead of giving that love to myself. Okay. So before, oh, it's 1818 now. Lots of synchronicities today. So before we start, we're gonna come into this container right now with a few deep breaths, and I want everyone to sigh very strongly out. So I'm going to start. Apologies if the sound comes across a little bit bad, but you sigh it out like from your being, okay? And we're going to settle into the space and be in the present moment, receive everything today in the present moment. What we're creating today is what we're going to carry on tomorrow if we keep maintaining it. And I'll speak a little bit more about that. Okay, so let's take a few deep breaths in. Apologies, I know the sound may come across a bit harsh. Don't worry, no judgment. And you can scream it out. Another deep breath in. Ah. One more deep breath in. Ah. So remember, if you're sitting down, ground your feet. If you're laying, just ground. Imagine the roots coming out of your feet because we want to ground to earth as well today. And want to receive love from the earth, from everyone today here. And we want to give the love back as well. Like I said, my intention is to give, but also receive from all of you. So we have a balance as well. Whatever thoughts are coming through right now into your mind, just bring yourself to the present moment, and I will keep reminding you of that throughout the session because it's important that we maintain the present moment and just being here in this moment. The first thing we're going to do, like I said, we're going to get real and raw and authentic. I need to drink some water. You need to drink water as well. Please do so if you need to move your body. If you need to shake anything from the day, do whatever you need to do today on this session. The first thing we're going to do, actually wrote this part down, okay? We're going to become aware of what our programming is on love. And we're going to write it down. I'll give everyone a minute for every question to be aware of it as well. If you feel like writing in the chat, you're more than welcome to. If you feel like writing it down on a piece of paper, you're more than welcome to as well. So we're going to become aware of what our perception, our programming, our belief systems about love. For example, growing up, for me, my belief system, I grew up in a culture where love comes from the outside fully. Love is very vain. And to be loved by a man, it means if a man is jealous of you, he loves you. If a man controls you, he loves you. If a man lays his hand on you, it's okay. It's part of him and he loves you. And that's okay. So it's always about making excuses of how love is. Never been taught to feel whole or complete within myself. That's always been my program and belief system. Okay. So I want everyone to be honest with yourself, to write it down. There's no judgment to yourself. There's no right or wrong. Yes, I did believe at a certain point that if a man lays his hand on me, he loves me because he wants the best of me. And that's the best way. And that's form of control. That was my belief system. And the culture that I grew up in reinforced that. And that's what I kept creating. Maybe my last relationship was not abusive like that, but it was abusive and manipulative in a non physical way. So be honest and real with yourself without judgment, because bring it out, because we're going to shift that program. Okay. So I'll give everyone about 60 seconds. This one for about a minute to write it down. And like I said, if you feel like writing it down in the chat, you're more than welcome to as well. You as well, Elizabeth. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So now what we're gonna do, okay, timer. All right, it's very loud. Now what we're gonna do is I know this is gonna be a bit So it seem a bit messy, okay? But it's important to bring that memory because we're going to let go of that memory by forgiving that version of ourselves, okay? So, what we're going to do is we're going to bring a memory where you accept it. And if you need to cry, if you feel emotional, please just do it. Let it all out. That's what it's all about now for the next. We've got about, yeah, before we do the shift, the last half an hour. So let it all out. You're going to bring a memory where you actually acted on that program. So, for example, for me, um, when I was married, young, I I fed on that control. Like if that person was not jealous of me, um, or controlled me, I thought that person didn't love me, and I reacted in such intense way in order to provoke that person. Okay, so we're gonna bring that memory first. I'll give you guys about 30 seconds to do that, and then I'll tell you the next step as well. So we're gonna forgive and love every part of that person, because that's that version of you. That's all it knew. For me, the knowing about control, love equal control and jealousy and abuse and all that, that's all I knew at that time. All right, so we're going to bring that memory first. I forgot to mention, it will help if you have your eyes closed and you just keep breathing in the present moment and it'll come in. But write it down. It's important to write it down. And we're either going to rip the paper at the end or burn it as well. So now what we're going to do is, now that we've brought that memory, that version of ourselves, okay, close your eyes, everyone. And what we're going to do is we're going to imagine ourselves the version that we are right now in this moment. That's no longer that version that behaved in that way with that mindset, that belief, or whatever. Okay. And we're going to talk to that version. We're going to forgive it. We're going to first give it a big hug. Just imagine yourself now, the way you are now, giving that version of yourself this big, intense hug and telling her or him or them that you forgive it. Forgive that version of yourself. I forgive you. That's all you knew. The way you reacted or behaved or what you accepted, that's all you knew. Okay? Instead of beating yourself up for how you behaved or what you were, it's all it knew in that at that moment. But now you know better. And now it's time to shift it and change it. Okay? Now you're in a different awareness because now you're aware that part of you longer wants. And that part of you no longer exists. Okay. Um, and send that version of you so much love and just accept that it's okay to have been that way and it's okay to have felt and believed and behaved that way. But now everything changes in this moment. Okay. Creation changes in this moment. Manifestation is in this moment. All right. We're only bringing that memory so you change your perception of that memory. So if you ever think of yourself in that version, you're no longer associated with negative feeling, but you associate with a feeling of forgiveness, gratitude to it because it contributed to your experience and it contributed to who you are now. Okay? And breathe it out. If you need more time here, one more breath. Okay. Now we're going to go into not how we accepted love, but now we're going to go into how we've perceived ourselves throughout this journey of love and relationships and madness. and how we perceived ourselves. For example, me, I've always had issues with my body since I was 12 years old. For some reason, I felt my hips were bigger than my classmates' hips. I was chunkier, I had rolls in my stomach. I couldn't wear a bikini. I was so embarrassed of myself. And that carried on throughout my teenage years, the hardest years, I think, for a woman, and obviously affected my self worth, affected how I love myself. And then it created relationships where people only loved me as much as I love myself, because that's the reality. When we say we are creators of our own reality, the love that you create and you give yourself, people will only give you what you give yourself. That's it. And then you go into chasing because you're not getting enough, because you want more. Of course, you want more because you're not giving more to yourself. You don't feel whole, you don't feel complete, and you're chasing it from the outside. And what do you do when you chase? You destroy and you repel, or you attract people that treat you in ways that don't, are not in match to your highest version, or not in match to how you deserve to be. If you were whole and complete, you would behave in a different way. Your value would be different, and then you would not allow or accept the 3D to reflect um, treatments that are not in line or in match with you. Okay. So I want everyone now, like I said, the programming that I see myself is, it was always in my body. It started with my body. Okay. It's always, I'm not happy with how I look. The programming for me as well, it made it this just an additional layer as well. Again, the culture I come from is, there's rules on how you need to look, and your face, your body, everything. And if you don't look based on that standard, you're you're out. You don't deserve love. That's the programming. So I had a problem with my nose. My nose had to be perfect. I don't care now about it. I love my ethnic nose. Okay. My nose had to be, I was desperate to get a nose job. I did get body surgeries that, I think I wasn't so bad that I almost died. Okay. All in the pursuit of having this perfection, or what I perceive to be perfection, and striving to be something that society or my culture expected me to be. All because I didn't give that love to myself and I didn't feel whole. So we're going to go into, okay, so an example would be right now, I'm going to stand up and I still have what I perceive to be this is my perception of myself. Other people might see me differently, and I appreciate that. Me, for a long time, I would do this. Ugh. And I would send so much hate and negativity to myself. Now I like massage myself. I'm like, you know what? I love you. I love you. I love you because you've carried me. Without this body carrying me all these years, I have my legs. I'm healthy. I can work out. I can do whatever I can move. Other people do not get this opportunity. And I have it. And instead of sending it gratitude and love, the first thing I would do, look in the mirror and be like, oh, my roll. Oh, my hips. Oh, my butt. Oh, my boobs are too small. Oh, my big nose. Oh, my hair is this. Oh, this. Oh, that. You know? So it was constantly sending myself this hate. When we talk about the universe, God, the divine loves us exactly as we are. We're all, part of this creation of love, and it's part of our being and who we're meant to be. And all we're doing is destroying it, destroying it, destroying. That's what I did, at least for myself. Okay. Constantly destroying myself. What does that do? Hide. I have to hide. And I have to lower myself. And when I lower myself, I attract people or men, lower energies and lower vibration. And the fact that a man gave me attention became like I would just grab onto it, and I would make this man like this um this magnificent being that, thank God, he accepted me. Thank God he liked me with my defaults. No, I'm whole and complete as I am. Okay? I'm whole and complete, and I'm love. I am love as I am, and we all are. Okay? This obsession with like needing the validation, and if someone gives it to us, the attention, then, oh, I'm just still letting. And if someone gives us the attention, we feel that this person needs to get everything from us. That's it. Take it all. Take it all now. Now that you've accepted me with what I perceive to be my flaws, you can take everything from me. And that's what I've given. Everything. Myself, my respect, my value, my money, my have to lower myself, have to stop my plans, change everything, change my life around because someone accepted. Thank God they accepted. You're going to scan your body, and whatever programming or belief you have about your body or what ideal your body should be, we're going to just destroy and shatter it right now. Completely. No more. Because we are whole and complete. And send gratitude, okay, to your body. We can walk, we can run if we want to, or whatever, pace is. Sorry, but for me, I can walk, I can run now. When I did my surgery and destroyed my body, for 2 years, my mobility was, I couldn't, I would struggle to get out of bed. I destroyed my body in this pursuit of having a perfect body. Why? Insane. All because my mind was convinced, thought that I allowed to control me was the thought that I needed to be this perfect image of what the pointers were, what the rules were that I grew up with. So everyone, first, become aware of what your belief system is about yourself. First, we're going to start with the body, and then we're going to go with the mind. Okay. First, with the body, scan your face. Look at yourself. You need to get a mirror or whatever you need to do. Scan yourself. Look at yourself. What parts of your body you've been sending hate to? I'm telling you right now, it was my stomach all the time. All the time. Oh, I can't sit there. I have to cover every time I'm sitting. No, I'm just going to sit like this. I don't care. I'll sit like this. And if anything rolls, it rolls. If I look in a way that I don't never felt before, I don't care. Why is my perception of someone else so important than the perception of myself of me? Okay, so you're going to go into your body now. You're going to scan every part of your body. Start from your hair. Some people might have a problem. I caught myself a few weeks ago, and I never had a problem with my hair. There's a patch here. Okay, well, does that mean I'm less worthy of love of myself? Does that mean I'm less deserving of love because I think there's a patch here? No one can see it. I see it. But we're so critical and judgmental and horrible to ourselves. Okay? And if we're horrible to ourselves, people are going to be horrible to us as well. That's how you get what you give to yourself. Okay? So scan your body, start with your hair. And we're going to start with your hair. Let's start with your hair. Okay? You might think, oh, my hair is thinning. No, send it love. Just convince you. The same way you've convinced yourself of these negative thoughts, you're going to convince yourself of thoughts of, no, this is not true. This is not true. So what if I have a bit of a patch here? Does that make me any less worthy of love? This is what we're going to go into. Because the fact that I feel I have a patch here and that became a bit of a problem for me is, again, my desperation to be accepted in a certain way and a certain image. Okay? So go into your hair. Start with that. Give it love and just say, you know what? I know we've got a few men here as well. It's okay. Play with your hair. This has carried you. Your hair has protected you. For us women, it's our beauty. Even if I have a little patch here, I'm still beautiful. Like, what an insane thought to have. And I checked myself and I had to stop myself. Almost by like, are you crazy? Okay. Now we're gonna go. If someone has, oh my God, I love ears. Someone go to your ear and send your ear. If you feel like, oh, my ears are too big or too small or too out there, who cares? Does that mean you're less worthy of love because you think that your ears don't look a certain way? Because you've been like conditioning yourself for all these years? Then go to your face. My eyebrows. My eyebrows are not perfect or thin enough. Okay. And why do they have to be? My eyebrows are perfect as they are because I am perfect as I am. As I am right now, I am perfect. And everyone's going to speak like that to themselves. Okay. No more wanting to strive for something else. My eyes, I go and I think, oh, I wish I had longer lashes. Oh, No, my eyelashes are perfect as they are. My nose, like I said, I've had a big problem with my nose. As I'm doing this, you guys scan as well. Don't just watch me talk, okay? This is serious right now because we're gonna bring everything out that we don't like because otherwise we won't be able to shift properly. Okay, without being aware of the truth of what we're saying about ourselves or what the truth is. Now I love my ethnic nose. And I love that it's pointing. I love everything about it. And I love that it's got a little button here. My lips. I always wanted bigger lips as well. So vain. Why? Because I'm perfect as I am. My lips are fine. I love how I smile now. And I think if I did anything with my lips, it probably maybe ruin my smile. Something I actually, I like about myself. My shoulder, I was like, oh, I need to get this new thing that has come out. It's called Trap Talks or Barbie Botox on the shoulder. Oh, because I feel my shoulders are too like I need them to be skinnier. I need them to be like lighter. No, they're perfect as they are. All I need to do is just maybe fix my posture, which is part of my well-being anyways. Do a bit more stretching and yoga just to release the tension in my shoulders. But does that mean I'm not good enough? Or my value is determined by how out my shoulders go? No. Woman, we're gonna go into the breast as well. Big problem for me. I did a surgery. I said I almost died twice. I almost died when I got them in. I almost died when I got them out. So I have done a surgery. Because again, striving for this perfect, and I cannot explain. Apologies for the men that are here. A couple men that are here. I cannot explain how horrible it was and how horrible they looked because it was out of my natural being of who I am. I was trying to do something that I'm not. And I love, and honestly, this is no judgment to anyone who gets surgery. I love people. You know what? Kudos to you, but do it from a place. The energy that I did it from, that's the problem. The energy that I did it from was the wrong energy. If you do it from a different place where you're already feeling that self love and acceptance, and you just want to, I don't know, have this bit of that, so what? Do it. But I did it from the wrong energy. And most people do it from the wrong energy. Then go to our stomach. Give love and gratitude to our stomach. It serves us, our body carries us every single day. And it's so important part of this journey as well. We're going to talk about alignment, importance of organizing our body. So if within our body, when we're aligning our energies, we have this hate energy towards the parts of it, and we're not going to be able to align, and we're going to keep keep being stuck and keep being repeating the same patterns. And we know that leads us to only misery and suffering. And this is when now we take responsibility and we think, you know what, my whole thought process about love and myself has created these patterns. Enough. Okay. Carry on. Not stopping. Carry on. Your hips behind, my problem. Send it love. I've been actually doing this practice every day, sending love to myself. I love myself exactly as I am. Period. Has anyone heard about thunder thighs? I used to call my thighs thunder thighs because I hated how they jiggled. Now I love it. Now I stand for the mirror and I start jiggling my whole body. I'm like, I love you, this body. You've carried me. The body is my manifestation as well. And I'm going to look after you from now on by first, number one, speaking positively and love to you. Okay? Without this body, I'd be nothing. Okay. Um, you hear this Rita talking about this about it's so important, and I know we know this, but actually applying it, just eating things that are aligned with your body energies and that don't make you feel sluggish or tired or drain your energy, because it's very important for your body to stay in that alignment. Again, I'll explain about alignment in a little bit. Um, carry on. You eat well, hydrate well. Hydration, not only where what is it, 75% water, but also hydration, like I said, it helps with the flow of emotions. So feeling anything, it just maintains that flow, that natural flow of the emotions. Eating well and slow, like another big thing for me. Again, I know it's not. I come from a culture where we eat a lot, we overeat, and we eat fast. So I had to train my mind to just appreciate and be grateful for the sacrifice that if you eat meat, the animal has done for me, or the plant, or whatever beings in this world, whatever they've done for me, and eat slow and allow for my body to just take it in and digest it properly. It's so important, and that's part of giving your body love. But the way I ate, it was like, and I stuffed myself because I was so emotionally uh, desperate. Food was my comfort. Okay, food, almost like eating this fast and stuffing myself, was comforting for me. Now I'm aware. I eat slow, I chew slow, and I give gratitude to the food. Same with water. We're so lucky and privileged where we live, um, that our desires, all they want is water. We have water, we have access to it. Look how easy it is. So the basics are already provided for us. The basics are there. So why are we making everything else so big and complicated? Other people don't even have the basics, food and water. We have it, and we forget. Um, Carry on with your body, your knees. I'm so grateful for how strong my knees are now, because when I was 23, 24, if I went up and down the stairs, you'd think I'm going in a haunted house. My knees were so crackling and weak. But now I send love and support to my knees. They support me. Send love to your calves, to your toes, however you feel about them. I never liked my feet. I used to think feet are gross. Now I love my feet. They carry me, they hold me to earth, they ground me. I love my feet and the bottom of my feet and my toes. So I want everyone to write down what you don't like about how you think and something about your personality. So I'm gonna give everyone a minute, because we're gonna let that go. And we're gonna give parts again, like we give parts to that we gave love to that version of ourselves that behaved in a way we didn't like. We're gonna give that love and forgiveness to every part of us, the dark part and the light part. We're not here. Conscious creation is not about just creating. Oh, one moment. Um, Conscious creation is not just about creating the good stuff or just being the striving for light and enlightenment. It's also accepting the parts of you that may seem darker. For example, the dark side of me is that if I feel intensely, so I could easily go into anger if I'm not aware, if I don't control my mind, if I allow my mind to drag, and that's the dark part. And again, if I don't manage it or align it, then it just can spiral and it would hurt me, my body, and this intense emotion. And when you have intense emotion, whether love or anger, you're still creating. And that anger can create horrible things in my life for me and for other people around me. So when everyone take a minute and think of part of themselves, whether it's their mind or thoughts or personality that they don't like, and we're gonna let go. We're gonna give it. Okay. So I'll start the call. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to give that part of ourselves love. So we're going to bring a moment where we felt that dark side of us came out, and we're going to send it love again, the same way we did earlier. So think of a memory where you behaved so intense that you lost control, perhaps, or that part of you, that darkness came out. Okay, bring that memory in. And I want you to imagine yourself. So close your eyes. I want you to imagine yourself giving love to that person that behaved. So, for example, again, for me, I remember a memory when I was married, and I know this is going to sound like crazy because it was, where I got so angry that I was throwing pots and pans at the guy. Um, and it was insane. It was crazy. And that's my mind. My mind can go insane. So I'm going to go back to that memory, and I'm going to go as I am now. And I'm going to give that person, that's all that person, that version of me knew how to act. She didn't know any different. The only way when she was scared, when she felt cornered, when she felt she was heard, she acted very intensely and angry. Okay. So I'm going to give love to that version of myself, and I'm going to forgive that version of myself, because that behavior, I felt shame afterwards. I felt um, very negative about myself. Okay. So I'm going to give love to that person, and you give love to that version of yourself that behaved in a way uh, that went into the darkness, let's say. So we're going to give all our darkness that love. Okay. If you need to hug that person, that version of yourself, if you need to talk to her because now you're not that version anymore, or him because you're not that version anymore. If you just sit down and just listen to her, listen, whatever your darkness is. Okay, it doesn't have to be the same as mine. Okay, carry on, carry on. Take your time. We're going to give it about a minute here as well, because you need to give that love as well. And I'm giving, because now what you're doing is you're reprogramming your memories as well. So, like I said earlier, if these memories come back, they're going to come back with new feelings and emotions. Drink some water if you need to. And we're going to breathe in again. We're going to do 3 times deep breath in and out, because now we're going to start preparing slowly for the alignment and the energy shift. Okay. So let's breathe all that in. Ah. And if you need to stand up and shake it up, do it as well. There's a lot of emotions came out. No one can see you. You can only see me. So a lot of things have come out today, and we're going to shake it off our body, and we're going to shake it off everywhere. Whew. Okay. Now we're going to talk about a bit about alignment, and we're going to do the mini version of the alignment technique we usually do, a very small one, because the biggest part of this is we do the energy alteration or the energy shift. So alignment, you will hear us talking about alignment all the time, especially Rita. It's big alignment. Why alignment is important? Alignment is further than just meditating. I know we can all meditate and calm our minds, but or have the ability to calm our minds. Alignment organizes our energies. So with alignment, all our bodies, and I will talk about the bodies as well, are all in sync. So you've got your emotional body, your mental, your spiritual. Oh God, sorry, I forgot the first body. I'm so sorry. Your emotional, your mental. I completely forgot. Physical. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual body. So what the alignment technique does is it organizes all the energies, so it syncs them all together. What happens is that when your body is in alignment, there's no resistance in your body, and it makes it easier for the mind to not take over. Okay, so for example, if you're not eating well, if you're not well hydrated, your body is not in flow or in alignment. So what happens then? Your mental body, which is your mind, can easily take over with the thoughts that it wants to give you, with the thoughts that come in. With the mental body, aligning the mental body, it's literally just quieting the mind and observing the thoughts that come in, okay, without any emotional attachment. When you're not in alignment, what happens is whatever thoughts come in, whether they're from memory, and you bring the memory in the present moment with thoughts that you create right now in this moment that are negative or don't serve you, those thoughts, if your mind and body are not in alignment, then it creates an emotional disturbance. What I mean by that is whatever thought you have, it becomes your emotion, then that emotion becomes your state of being and your vibration. And that is what you're manifesting. And that is what you're creating. Okay. Because the universe, what is important to note as well, whatever situation happens in your 3D or outside, the universe does not know what's happening with you outside. All it knows is your state of being. So, for example, a coworker upset you at work or whatever, or someone told you something you didn't like, your thought process, your mind immediately goes into the thought, it creates a certain negative thought about it, then that becomes a negative emotion, either anger or sadness, and that becomes your state of being. Then you still get situations or circumstances that reflect that negative state of being. Okay. If anyone has any questions on that, we can ask at the end. So it's so important to align your whole being, all your bodies, in order to be in flow, that no matter what happens on the outside, you're still creating from a place of observing and awareness and not reacting. Okay. What alignment does as well, and I mentioned awareness, I mentioned in the beginning, I mentioned it now. Alignment allows, like I said, to consciously create. Okay. Because when you're in sync and when you're observing, then you're consciously creating as opposed to creating by default. Because you hear this a lot. We're always manifesting. We're always manifesting everything. Like right now, what I'm doing right now is a manifestation. What we're doing, whatever you do throughout your day, whatever happens in your day is a manifestation, is your creation. Difference is that when we're aware, then we start manifesting from a conscious energy, conscious awareness energy, with full alignment, where our thoughts, our emotions are all in sync, as opposed to our thoughts in one place, our emotion in one place, and our state of being becomes all confused and creating things that we don't like in our 3D. So we just have to be aware that, again, we're always creating, but we create by default most of the time, by being aware of our thoughts and our emotions, and by aligning and organizing our energies, then we can create from then we can become conscious creators. Again, does not mean that we're striving for perfection, but what happens to us is that we become aware of the things that we like and don't like and change on our own and alter our energy. All right. So, energy alteration, what does that mean? Like I explained earlier, when our thoughts become our emotions become our state of being becomes our creation. This is what we're emitting to the universe, this vibration. So what do we receive? We receive the same energy back. If we're angry because of a certain situation, if our state of being is anger, we keep receiving experiences that are anger in different faces, different situations, but that's what we keep experiencing, keep creating the same thing. With energy shifting, call it energy shifting, what we're doing is, now that we became aware of our creation, okay, now we're going to take it to a level where we're going to bring the unconditional love to us. So instead of being in a state of beings that have not served us or have created a default creation that we are not happy with or has not been what we want it to be, now we're bringing unconditional love to ourselves, and we're shifting our energy to unconditional love. Okay. And the beautiful thing again with this portal is that it accentuates this energy. Your job when leaving here is to maintain that energy in the present moment. Two ways you do it is you keep coming back to the present moment and keep bringing that memory of this energy, or you not or and actually you align yourself. Okay, and you organize your energies every single day. And when they see these thoughts that don't serve you come up, you just observe them. It's not about fighting or resisting any thoughts that come on. It's just observe. Okay, and being mindful and aware of your creation. Again, conscious creation is being aware of your creation. It's not about being perfect. Okay, so with energy shifting, we're going to open up further our energies now. So I will be guiding actually with this. I am a little bit, if there's issues with the mic as I'm doing the sounds, let me know. I am going to be guiding you through that. And what we're going to do is we're going to scan our body and parts of our body again, give more love to it, more of that self-love. And then we're going to bring a memory, an unconditional memory where we felt pure joy. Please don't bring a specific person. Today is not about manifesting a specific person. Okay. This is just the memory, the feeling. Once again, I'll repeat it. The universe only understands the feeling and the state of being. It does not understand why you have that feeling, just understands that feeling. So today we're going to bring that feeling of a memory where you felt unconditional love. For me, it was an experience. It was my childhood, actually, when I felt fully abundant and full of love by my family, my parents. And another one would be my nephew, where I just see him like I take him on rides and I just see him happy and I just feel like, what a beautiful innocent child, I want, I just it gives me that love and unconditional feeling inside me. So we're going to bring that in and we're going to keep that feeling inside us. Okay, we're going to let go of the memory, and the only thing that's going to stay is that feeling. No longer why we have that feeling. It's going to just, the feeling is just going to stay, which is going to be our state of being right now. That we're going to activate this unconditional love inside us. Unconditional love, I will explain it because it took me a long time for me to actually understand it fully. It's literally that love, that pure divine love, that where there's no expectations, where there's no conditions, and there's no you're not giving it for purpose, you're just giving it because it's part of you, and you're receiving it because it's part of you and your birthright. Okay? All right, so we're going to open up further energies. We're going to breathe in again. And you can roll your back if you need to. Just open up your spine a bit more. Again. Again. So now we're going to scan our body and we're going to send love to every part of our body. We're going to start with the top of our head and we're going to relax every part of our body as well. Okay. We're going to start at the top of our head, scan our body. What we're scanning for, again, any thoughts, anything that's blocking us from feeling that unconditional love. Scan our body, top of our head, scented love. Now we're going to scan our face and our forehead. Our jaw. Release any tension in our jaw. Release any tension in our third eye and our forehead. And scented love. Now we're going to scan our shoulder, where we hold our attention, our neck and shoulder. Move it a bit if we need to. And we're going to scented love. Now we're going to scan our arms. Again, anything that comes out there, our arms and our hands. And we're going to scented love. Now we're going to scan our heart, where we hold our emotions and a lot of our feelings in there. And we're going to scan and scented love. Now we're going to scan our belly, stomach, this part of us. And we're going to send it love. Then our lower chakra, our grounding, our sexual energy usually gets trapped or blocked. If you need to just feel it and touch it a little bit, just to maneuver that energy. And we're going to send it love. Then we're going to scan our legs, our hips first. Scan our hips and our thighs. And we're going to send it love. And we're going to scan our knees. And we're going to send it up. And we're going to scan our calves. Send it up. And we're going to scan our feet, our toes. We're going to send it up. Now we're going to do a reverse scan. Start with our feet and our toes, and our toes. Send it up. And we go to our ankle, calves, and tension. Feels a bit trapped there. Send it up. And we go to our knees. Send it up. Thighs. Send it love. Ribs. Send it love. Lower chakra. Or grounding. Send that love. Stomach. We hold usually tension, stress. Just massage it with your hand if you need to. And we send it love. Our heart, chest. And we send it love. Our arms, hands. Scan that again. Send it love. Just feel that love going through your body. And shoulders. Send it love. Our neck. Send love. Our jaw, face, forehead. Again, intention is still lingering. And we send it love. And we finish with the top of our head. And send love. Okay. So now with our eyes closed, this is where we're going to bring the memory of a moment, or time, or connection, not a specific person. When I say connection, I mean perhaps a morning where you felt connected to God or the divine, a moment with your loved ones, children, your pets, yourself, doesn't have to be with anyone, that you felt this pure, unconditional love for them. Now um, give everyone about 2 minutes to bring that memory. Because when you bring that memory, you feel the emotion as well. So you don't just bring the memory, you feel what did you feel in that moment. You connect with that memory and feeling as well. And observe how powerful it is to bring memory in the present. So you bring the memory, you feel it, and I'll give and accentuate that emotion, feel it more. Unconditional love, pure innocence. I'll just give everyone 2 minutes. Okay. Stay with your eyes closed, don't open your eyes. Now that you have the emotion, this unconditional love from that memory, I want you to pour that unconditional love. You can give it a light if you want, a color, sorry. You can give it a color of white or blue or I don't know, whatever color you love. Feel that unconditional love showering you from top to bottom, expanding you and expanding inside you, inside every organ. So feel that light just going inside all of you. Unconditional, unconditional love. Give it to yourself and feel it expand and expand within you. And when it's expanded within you, now expand it outside you. Give it to the people in the group. Give it the love to me. Expand it to your neighbors. Expand it to your surroundings. Expand it to people on the street. Expand it to strangers you don't know, your coworkers. Expand it to your coworkers. Expand it to everyone and make it bigger and bigger and expand it outside your city. Everyone, give that love to everyone in your city. Give that love to everyone in your country. We all need it right now. It's very much needed that everyone feels and receives that love and expand it beyond, expand it also beyond Earth, outside. Just keep expanding and expanding it outwards as well. Because now you've received the love from the universe, but you're also giving it back. Stay in that emotion for a little. Just a reminder, let go of the memory, but you've kept the emotion. Okay. Just keep feeling it, showering you, keep doing it as many times as you need, keep showering that color inside you, keep expanding inside as well. We're going to do a few last breaths here. Breathe in. Feel the gratitude. Give yourself that gratitude that you showed up today. I'm grateful for the love that I received from everyone today. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for choosing to change something within you, to grow and expand today, and to give yourself that unconditional love, because you deserve it. We all deserve it. And not only you're giving it to yourself, but by giving it to yourself, you're also giving it to humanity. You're giving it to the loved ones. And you are the creator of your own reality. So when you're creating that love within, what you're going to be creating on the outside is pure love, that divine, pure, unconditional love. So whenever you're ready, open up your eyes. And that's it for today. Thank you so much, guys.